Having secured a Wembley final in the last episode, today we could take another step towards retaining our title as FA Cup winners last season. But also today we have the Champions League. We're back to it, and we've got 2 away games in order to qualify in the top 8. Hello and welcome to episode 38 of Irons in the Fire as we try and make West Ham good and great again. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you 2 games. First up is the Champions League match day 7 in the league phase, and then we have an FA Cup 4th round tie against Blackburn Rovers, and we hope to progress to the 5th round of that competition that we won last season, of course. So we'll be hoping that we can progress in that one if we can. So before we move on, just a quick reminder, if you do enjoy today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment and all the rest of it. And if you want to follow me on this channel, the best way of doing it is to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM. And I'd like to big thank you to all those people that have supported me so far, and hopefully we will continue to increase our subscriptions. I did mention a couple of videos ago that we were bringing out a couple of videos. Life has just been in the way, really. I will be recording a couple more how-to videos very, very shortly, and I have an update for you on the new GAN. We have the new GAN has been updated. It's coming out, and also I know a few of you have said that there is a problem with the new GAN in the fact that you get silhouettes and things like that. I think I might have spotted the reason, and I'll do that in a video for you very, very shortly. So watch out for those videos coming very, very soon. I just need to get the time in order to record them, and I will do that in the coming weeks. Right. Yeah, since you were last with us, we've played no games at all. In fact, we've stood still pretty much. Arsenal a 2-0 win, and then a 2-2 draw against Bournemouth, which was a bit galling. Kamada doing the work to prevent us too many blushes, that is for sure. So nothing really to tell you there, just to catch up on the Premier League. We are in 4th place on 46 points. Above us, Manchester United on 47. Arsenal 3 points clear of us on 49. Manchester United, they lost their last match to Arsenal, and that gap has been closed, and Arsenal have a game in hand over them as well, 10 points adrift. That might only be 7 points as we get closer. We just need to keep going. We've got a decent gap down to Brentford, just outside the European places, but Aston Villa are breathing down our necks, and any more slip-ups and they could catch us. I'm not sure whether they do actually play this week without us in tow. I'm not sure they do. I think it all comes down to Chelsea. There's a bit of a break or whatever going on at the minute. So we'll see. Right, as I did say, we have a transfer window ongoing, and Ben Johnson looks like he's going to go. I think we are going to let him go. We have had a look, and there is potentially a couple of players that we might be interested in. We need to get his transfer fee in first, and we would potentially look at a right-sided defender, which obviously is what Ben Johnson is, but I'm also looking at a central defender as well, and as those become a little bit more fortuitous, I will let you know what is going on with them. So we are in the market. We are working hard behind the scenes to try and bring a couple more players in. I think we're all right in midfield and attacking, really. It's more to do with that right wing to replace Ben Johnson. And then obviously if Mavropanos goes as well, we want another central defender. So those two are the two areas that we are looking at currently. Right, I don't think there's a great deal else to tell you. I think what we do need to do, though, is we need to a quick update on the Champions League phase, because obviously that was a little while ago now since we last looked at this. We have guaranteed ourselves we can't finish any lower than 24th, which means we are guaranteed to be in the mix for the next round, albeit via the playoffs potentially. We don't really want to go that route. We want to go directly if we can, and a win here may or may not put us in a half decent position. It may all come down to the last game, though, to say the least. So Milan, Manchester City, Liverpool, ourselves and Marseille and Celtic are all guaranteed playoff places. We're currently 4th in this table. We want to be in this top 8 if at all possible. Kobenhavn are our first opponents today. They haven't won yet in this competition. Don't let it be today. Please don't. No, please don't let it be today. They've drawn 1 and lost 5 of their first 6 games in this competition. Our other opponents are Sturm Graz, who are just outside the top 8, and that one could be a right toughie because they've won 4 of their games, lost 2. 2 games that they've lost are against Paris Saint-Germain and Atletico Madrid. We want to open a bit of a gap up there if we can, to not worry too much about Sturm Graz in the next game. But we need to beat Kopenhagen first, don't we? Right, we haven't played them before. They have Sundergaard out with a fractured finger. We've got Areola obviously out with a broken arm. And we go to the Parken in Denmark for this game. Let's go and have a look at the team that will face Kobenhavn. And here we are, the team that will face Kobenhavn in this Champions League phase, match day 7, the penultimate game in this round. And this is how we line up for this one. Mazulia continues in goal in the absence of Areola. Emerson, Friedel, Zuma and Kufal are Sufal, should I say, our defensive line. Shalanga, Ward-Prowse and Souček are in midfield. Kudos sitting behind Bowen and Abraham up front. And then on the bench, Trott, Todibo, Samadic, Watkins, Parisi, Paqueta, De Thomas, Mavropanos, Kamada, Johnson, Kahera and Skulls. And here we are at the Parken. Kopenhavn, the side playing a 4-1-4-1 or 4-3-3, whichever way you look at it. We continue with our usual formation. As the teams enter the pitch, Kopenhavn playing in all white tonight. Just 1 minute on the clock and Bowen has stolen that ball and Bowen is away. What can Bowen do with this? He's got no support at the minute. He's cut that back for Emerson. Emerson finds Xavier. Xavier finds Kudos. Kudos has to come all the way back to Zuma. Zuma to Souček. Souček, Ward-Prowse out to Sufal. Tammy Abraham hits the post and he's not scored yet. And a chance goes begging. Early doors. Sufal heads that into the path of Abraham and he's hit the post. 17, nearly 18 on the clock. Emerson with a free kick. Swings this in, looking for Bowen. He's found him. Bowen holds this ball up. Xavier has been brought down in the penalty area. Nothing given. Ward-Prowse puts it wide. Zuma with a free kick. 34 on the clock. We're struggling to find a way through at the moment. That ball out wide to Zuma, putting it out wide, but oh dear, a mess up, and they're in here, and curled ball, but he's missed. No more highlights in this first half, And, well, it's been, I won't say even Stevens. We've had the better, I think, but we just not converted the 2 chances that we've had of really not putting them away. 5 shots, 2 on target, 0.87, 55% of the possession. They've had 3 shots, 2 on target, 45% of the possession. We really need to do something in the second half. We need to win this game. 15 minutes on the clock. We have a free kick. No changes at half time. Not quite sure what's going on. He's wiping his nose. Ward-Prowse with the free kick. Is he going to go direct? No, he chips it in. Tammy Abraham under that. Is nobody there? It's come off the inside of the post. Didn't go in. Kudos has lost out to Canstrup, and they come away on a counter-attack, but he's going to be cut out by Xavier. Xavier finds Zuma. Ward-Prowse chipped this in, and Tammy Abraham trying to get underneath it. Had a second bite of the cherry and hit the post again. And with 16 minutes on the clock, we're making 1 change at this juncture in time. Tammy Abraham yet to really get going here at West Ham. We might have to play him in the under-21s or something to get him going. But he's replaced by Lazia Samadic, who comes on in that shadow striker role. Kudos moving up alongside Bowen for the moment. I'm not sure which is Samadic's best position, actually, there. Attacking midfield, advanced playmaker. Let's set him as an advanced playmaker on attack and see if we can get a breakthrough. Sufal with a throw-in on that far side. And it's a long ball forward. Nobody there. And they're going to come at us now. Xavier tracking back. Cuts that out. Mazulia. Zuma. Out to Sufal. Sufal now. What can Sufal do with this? He's not getting much further forward on that wing. He's got Zuma there. Souček through to Sufal. Sufal now gets this in the box. Cross it in. It's pinging around there. And Gerard Bowen puts away 17th of the season. And we finally get the breakthrough on 73 minutes. I'm not sure who else had a go at it. It might have been Kudos. But nothing come of it. It was Samadic, actually, that was in amongst that lot. It was Samadic who, the defender tackled it, fell to Bowen. Bowen put it away. And with 81 minutes on the clock, making 3 changes at this juncture, we've taken off Marco Friedel and brought on Todibo, who is best as a ball-playing defender. And then we have taken off Mohamed Kudos, who's not having a good time today. We've brought on Ollie Watkins to replace him. And Xavier Shalanga has come off in midfield. And we've brought on Paqueta. 84 minutes on the clock. Sufal with a throw into Bowen. Bowen's brought down right on the edge of the area. VAR will look to see whether that was in the box or outside. Definitely a free kick. It's a penalty. It was inside the box. Who is going to take this? Not sure who our penalty takers are now. It's Paqueta. Paqueta puts it away for our second on 86 minutes. Lucas Paqueta is second of the season. And we go 2 up on 86 minutes by way of the penalty spot. Sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. And for our final change, we have taken off James Ward-Prowse. He has been replaced by Thilo Carrera. Zuma with a free kick. Sufal just gone to a more conservative setup. Only a 2-goal lead, but 2 will do us. And that's a poor ball. Watkins is in. Watkins has Bowen to spare. Bowen. And it's gone in. It's a goal. It's come off the post onto the back of the goalkeeper. And he gets a third. Bowen, very fortuitous there. Watkins stealing in to nick that ball. Cuts it back for Bowen. Bowen fires it in. Hits the post. Hits the back of the goalkeeper. Goes over the line. 3-0. And it is all over. We have won this one 3-0. Gerard Bowen on 73. Paqueta on 86 from the penalty spot. and then an own goal after Bowen had a shot off the post. An own goal from Leaby, making it 3-0, 91 minutes, 17 shots, 8 on target, 2.89, 57% of the possession. They had 7 shots, 4 on target, 0.64 and 43% of the possession. We are nearly there. Let's go and see what's been happening in the rest of the games. So here we are, a 3-0 win over Kobenhavn in this round of games. Other key games that won Inter have beaten Sturm Graz by 7-1. That would be nice if we could do something similar to that. Lazio 3, Benfica 2, Juventus 3, Lyon 2. Manchester City winning their game against Nice. That must mean that they are pretty much qualified. Marseille 1, Rangers 0, Leipzig 3, Olympiacos 1, and Milan beating Shakhtar by 4-0. That was in the Tuesday games. The Wednesday games, Barcelona beating Rosenborg 4-0. Celtic 0-0 against Ajax. Bayer Leverkusen beating Feyenoord. Liverpool beating Antwerp. Manchester United beating Partizan. Paris Saint-Germain beating Besiktas. Real Madrid beating Stuttgart. Real Sociedad beating Napoli. And Tottenham losing to Atletico Madrid. How does that leave the table looking? And this is how it is. Milan, Manchester City and Liverpool have all qualified for the last 8, which means there are 5 places still available and we are not safe. We have a 2-point cushion at the moment over Paris Saint-Germain, Inter, Atletico Madrid, Juventus and Celtic. We don't want to lose this game. Sturm Graz pretty much are out of it. They have to win their game and fingers crossed. So that's how it has come. They've guaranteed a playoff place. It's all down to this last game. It would have been nice to have had a little bit of a cushion, but there's only 3 teams that have that cushion going into the last round of matches. So Sturm Graz in the next episode is a very important game. Right, nothing happening transfer market wise at the moment. We have 3 days down to the game, the FA Cup 4th round against Blackburn. We'll be back just ahead of that with any updates. So you come back and join me for the game against Blackburn, the FA Cup 4th round tie, and a little bit of activity in the transfer market, should I say. Before we look at the potentials coming in, Ben Johnson has left us for Al Halali. He's gone out for 28 million, 35 rising to 35 million, and so 28 million coming in for him. And then, as you probably saw, we are looking at 2 players, a straight replacement for him, Joshua Wangerman. He is German and he can play on either wing. We've offered him a contract. We're waiting for him to come back and say yay. And we've also offered Upper Meccano, who played in one of our other saves. Can't remember if it was Arsenal or Chelsea, but he did play in one of those saves. He was very, very good. The only problem is I'm not sure whether we've got enough money between the 2 of these, because we've had to offer the 69 million in order to do his release clause. So we've got to hope that there is another outgoing at some point or other. Lazio looks like he's going out on loan to Fulham for the rest of the season. So we'll see what comes of those. I will bring you up to date as soon as I know more on what's happening with those. The transfer window, of course, is looming. If we go into here, there's the transfer window. It closes on Friday. We are currently on Saturday. We have a Sturm Graz game first, and then, of course, the final Champions League registration on the 3rd. So if we can get either of those 2 in before the 27th, we could register them for the Sturm Graz game, but we still have the option to bring them in for the Champions League. The only problem we have is we haven't got enough homegrown players, so that could cause us a bit of a problem in the sort, but we'll see about that in due course. Right, let's get on with it then. FA Cup 4th round against Blackburn. Blackburn, who are currently in the Championship, I believe. They are in the Championship, currently 17th in the Championship, albeit the media prediction was for 4th. So they're not having such a good season at Ewood Park. And they come visiting the London Stadium today. Can we get a result and a 5th round tie? Let's go and find out. And here is the team that will face Blackburn in this Emirates FA Cup 4th round. Mazulia continues in goal. Emerson, Friedel, Todibo and Mavropanos is our defensive line. Paqueta, Kahera and Zuma are in midfield. Fornals, who's come back off loan from Everton, is sat behind Kamada and Abraham up front. And then the bench looks like this. Trott, Lazio, Parisi, Sufal, Ward-Prowse, Shalanga, Samadic, Kudos and Bowen. So here we are back at the London Stadium. Won 4 of our last 5, drawn 1 and lost 1. Playing our usual formation. Slightly different personnel today, a bit of a swap around. They are playing a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder. Nine minutes on the clock. I think that was Sufal throwing. Kamada bouncing around there, and it's just gone over. Ball out to Emerson, but Emerson couldn't control that ball. Mark Anthony. Leonard out here. Leonard, he's going to try and get this in, but he's cut it back. Britton, Travis, Buckley, Pickering, a banana skin coming up here. It's a shot and it's gone in off the post. And Dolan gets Blackburn the lead after 14 minutes. Mazulia not getting to it. Emerson with a throw out on this near side. Paqueta. Friedel. Emerson. Friedel. Friedel has Carrera inside him. Friedel, they're keeping us boxed in at the minute, and it's gone all the way back to Mazulia. Todibo. Todibo comes forward. It's a bit short for Paqueta, but he's got it. Emerson finds Fornals. Fornals is into area, has a shot, and Fornals puts away his 12th goal of the season. And Fornals is off the mark for West Ham. It's 1-1 on 36. And that's a bit better. It's taken us a long while to get there, mind you. Fornals into the area, all on his own. Nearly lost that ball, but managed to get his boot to it, put it in the back of the net. A free kick. Kamada with the free kick gets deep, but the goalkeeper collecting. Volstead. Friedel brings that ball down very, very nicely. Out to Mazulia. Friedel. Friedel to Emerson. And Paqueta. Fornals. Fornals finds Kamada. Kamada in the area. Kamada puts it away. 6th goal of the season. Question whether he's offside. He was offside, and it's been disallowed. Just went that yeah, he's just gone a fraction too early. And half-time's arrived. It's all square at half-time. Fornals getting us back on terms after 36, with Dolan taking the lead for Blackburn after 14. And Kamada's goal being ruled out in 40 minutes for an offside. They've had 2 shots, 2 of which have been on target, 0.41. 40% of the possession. We've had 10 shots, just 2 on target. That's our problem. 1.43, 60% of the possession. We need to be a bit more clinical in the second half. Volstead gets us underway again. 49 minutes on the clock. Blackburn with the ball, having won it in that midfield. Todibo heads it back to Zuma. Zuma, who comes forward now. Zuma, can he get this into the box? He's got support there from Mavropanos. Mavropanos in. It's come off the defender, rolled back to Volstead. Zuma really run out of steam. Really should have got that cross in. And that's probably what Ben Johnson would have done. Had Ben Johnson been there, but Fernells couldn't get a foot on it. Free kick now on that far side. Kamara chips it in. It's gone in. Tammy Abraham opens his West Ham account. Finally, on 58 minutes, Tammy Abraham, a headed goal. Might not see that very often, but it was a headed goal. Lovely. Tammy Abraham's getting up above the defenders, putting it away. Swung in from a Blackburn free kick. Costello. Blakely. Dolan. Oh! He's causing us problems. Is Dolan. He's got them level after 66 minutes. And, well, give him too much space. And he's punished us once. He's punished us again. And with 66 minutes on the clock, making two changes. Kurt Zuma getting tired. He's had a good game, though, in midfield. We've brought on Ward Prowse Carrera going out into the place that Kurt Zuma was. And we've also replaced Emerson, who was also tiring. Again, had a good game. Parisi comes on to replace him. And with 75 minutes on the clock, making a further two changes. Pablo Fernells comes off and is replaced by Samadic. And we've also taken off Dashi Kamada and replaced him with Gerard Bowen as we go looking for this winning goal. And it's gone to a replay. We have finished the game. It's 2-2 after we couldn't find a way through. So we will go back to Ewood Park for a replay. 22 shots, 10 on target. Just not finding our way through, were we? 2.48. 61% of the possession. They had 5 shots, 5 on target, 0.59. 39% of the possession. They will be pleased with their day. And that man, Tyrese Tolan, is a pain in the arse. Well, not a lot to say about that. There will be a draw for the 5th round because we will be in the draw for the 5th round. Having drawn against Blackburn, we'll find out who we will play in that 5th round if we get past Blackburn in the replay. But there it is. There is the replay. So the next episode, Sturm Graz and Chelsea, and then we're going to have Blackburn and Burnley. An all Lancashire episode, first of all against Blackburn, and then Burnley come to visit in the Premier League. So we'll see how that gets on. But really, it came down to the fact that even the players coming on the pitch didn't turn the game around. And, well, we missed out there in some way. Right, the transfer window will be just close to being slammed shut. We'll bring you up to date along with the draw for the 5th round at the start of the next episode. And I hope you'll be able to join me for that one. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. Keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Irons in the Fire and our other series, bottom to the top, as they are released. New episodes of Irons in the Fire are released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on this channel is to follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 39. It's out on Thursday. So I hope you join me for that one. Otherwise, have a good week and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.